Welcome back to some of Miss Schumann's amazing videos. Now you watched the 6.1 video previously, the last class. This is just an extra video to help you with your IXL skills in case you are still struggling. In specifics, you are looking at P1 through P6. So I'm going to do examples out of each of those IXL skills to try and help you solidify your thought process. Let's go ahead and start with P1. Now on P1, here's a great question. It says, triangle TUV is similar, that little squiggly line, to triangle PRQ. So that means that T goes with P. So I'm going to put that in one color. Here's T. Here's P. It says that U goes with R. And V goes with Q. Now they want to know what is the similarity ratio of TUV to PQR. So what that means is I need to find similar sides. I need to figure out what the ratio of the sides is. So if I'm going to look at those in colors too. So from T to U, we're doing that red. So from T to U means from red to orange, that would be this one here. From red to orange. So that's going to be 2 over 6. Or if I wanted to do, let's go from UV, so that's orange to green, would be here. That should be, let me do that in a different color so you can see what it is. 1 over 3. Or I could do from UV, that's from green to red, so green to red. So it should equal 2 over 6. Now if I reduce those down, I'm going to get 1 over 3. So my answer is going to be 1/3. If we move on to P2, P2 says I've got two polygons below that are similar. They want us to complete the similarity statement. So that means I need to figure out what's equal to what. So I've got a 1 here. If I notice, that's my shorter side, so I'm probably going to go with this shorter side over here. So that's 1 to 3. So let's see, let's start D to G. But they didn't give us that, they gave us D, E, F, G. So we want from D to E to F to G. So if we start with our short side, notice that they go from 1 to 2. So that means we want to go from 3 to 6. So that means we want to start at D, which is going to be U. The next one should be X. Then we go over to the next one, which is W, and finally the last one is V. So D, E, F, G is similar to U, X, W, V. Again, you're trying to look at what numbers are going to line up. It's not always going to be one right next to another. Notice this one, they rotated it a little bit versus the bigger picture. So you have to be very careful. Again, it might help if you try to figure out which sides are similar. P3, they want to know, are these shapes similar? So one way that we could look at that is we need to look at the sides. If I look at, let's say, IJ versus RQ, that's 25 over 25. I want to know, does that equal something else? So this one says 26. So we've got 26. Oh, let me do that a different color. Let's go red. 26 here and 37. Is that equal to 26 over 37. And 25 over 25, that's going to give me 1. Is 1 equal to 26 over 37? Is that fraction true? No, it is not. So our answer is going to be no. If you find even one of those that don't fit, the answer is no. If you do find that they fit, so let's say we did 25 and 25, and then we went across and we did the other ones. Over here's 25 and 25. If that was 25 over 25, that is 1 as well. We'd have to keep checking all the other ones. So you may have to check all 4 sides to see if they work. On P4, they say that triangle GHI is similar to triangle TSU. They want to know what is the measure of angle S. So angle S is over here on the triangle, it's got nothing. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. So I'm going to erase this S because we don't need that yet. They say GHI is TSU. So G comes first. G is 41. So 41 should go with G, should also go with T because it's the first one. So we're going to put 41 over here. That gets one little mark because we know that those two are going to be the same. The next one is H. H is 83. Notice that 83 also goes with S because it's in the middle. So if H is 83, then S also has to be 83. So that one was pretty nice. That one worked really, really well for us. Now you might have noticed right away that they were both in the middle. So you could go ahead and skip that first section and just look at the middle one. Alright, P5 says that triangle EDC, so that's EDC is the little one, is similar to EBA, which is the big one. They want us to find S. S is this side right here. So let's see what we can do to find S. We gotta figure out what's similar. So it says ED. Let's start with ED. ED here should be similar to EB on our other one. So that means I have a ratio of 4 over 8, which means I have 1 over 2. But I'm not going to worry about the 1 over 2 right now, so let's ignore that. I'm going to figure out 4 over 8, and I need to figure out what side S is. So side S is CD. So notice CD is kind of backwards over here. It should go with AB. So here's CD, here's AB. So that means 4 over 8 should equal S over 6. Now again, just like we did in the video from 6.1, we're going to cross multiply. So that's going to go with that. That's going to go with that. So 24 is going to equal 8S. Divide both sides by 8. And S is going to be 3. So S is 3 feet. Now again, for future ones, remember sometimes it'll tell you to find S. Sometimes it will tell you to find a side. Sometimes it will tell you to find an angle. Make sure you are reading the question properly. Alright, now we're in P6. I'm going to do a couple in P6 just so we get the hang of this. Now, it wants us to compare the length of a side to its perimeter. Now, if we recall from perimeter, perimeter is just the sum of all four lengths of all of the lengths of the sides added together. So if it is the sum of the lengths, then we don't have to do anything special with it. So if I say that the side is 3 and the perimeter is 10, I gotta figure out how that's gonna compare with my other set. So this is gonna be 6 over, I don't know what it is, so we'll call it x. So 3 to 6 should be 10 to x. Now some of you could probably already see what x is gonna be, but just so that we are doing the math the same way each time, we're gonna cross multiply again. So we're gonna get 3x equals 60, divide it by 2, and we're gonna get x is 30. Now this is why we did the math, because I want you to be very careful. Notice that from 3 to 6 is twice as big, but notice the perimeter got 3 times as big. That's going to happen because you're not just comparing one side to one side, you're comparing all 4 sides to all 4 sides. So let's do one more just so we've got the hang of it. Again, the figures below are similar, so we can use that same ratio. They say the label sides are corresponding, which is good. So that tells us that this side goes with this side here. That's going to help us figure out our common ratio. So what it means is we're going to have side, so it's like A over B equals P1 over P2. The P's are my perimeters. I would call this, let's call this A, let's call this B. So if I have A is 6, and P1, I don't know what that is, so we're just going to call that X, equals X. And then B is 9. P2 is 39. So again, recall, be very careful, because 6 over 9, that gives us 2/3, but we have to be very careful to make sure that we are doing the math. So cross multiply it again. So I've got 6 times 39, which is going to give me 234 equals 9x. And then I'm going to take 234 divided by 9, and I'm going to get x is, divided by 9, and I'm going to get x is 26. Since my x represents P1, that means that P1 is 26 feet. Alright, hopefully this helps, and I look forward to any more questions you may have in the future. Good luck!